huge point, and this is probably going to send me viral again. So, lacking emotional control is the exact reason why, in addition to why men don't approach anymore, they don't, all this other stuff. Lacking emotional control is what makes women untrustworthy to men.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
What's going on YouTube? Busy Boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, subscribe. Not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get back into
men. Men, in addition to all the other things, don't want to open up to us. And you can ask the man sitting right next to you right now, what will be the number one reason that you don't get vulnerable with women? And what are they going to say?
Exposing your business, bringing stuff back from them.
There you go. We're going to throw it right back in your face. And before I was told this before, like, oh, this is why guys, my brother and I had this debate. And I was like, that's not true. I've never thrown something back and somebody. But he was like, you're thinking about you. We're saying women in general. And we made it a lot of things. So we started asking the guys in the house, we asked Elisa was there, we asked other people. And they were all like, oh, because we're not going to throw it back in your face. Yeah. 100%. Men feel like, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're a man and you're on here, like.
Even if it's a mistake.
But that's the thing. Yeah. We are so emotionally unhinged that we are willing to jeopardize our integrity just to be right or to prove a point.
Or to deflect.
Or to win an argument. Like whatever it is. And it's like, I feel like that comes down to character at the end of the day. Being emotionally controlled, I should say lack of emotional control, it affects your judgment and your ability to make sound decisions. This is why a lot of women, they're very quick this is why a lot of men aren't so quick to be reactive.
Right.
When you're reactive to everything, nobody is trusting you with any information. You are untrustworthy. No one's trusting you with information. The moment you get mad, oh, well, I didn't mean to. And that's the thing. So y'all are so different out there. For me, you got one time to not mean to. You're out of here.
You just said
You're
something.
You're kicking rocks.
You just said something. And I'm addressing this to women. The woman that a guy would most likely take to that altar is a woman that he believes he can give that information and keep.
Yeah, and she won't let it slip.
One of the big factors besides all of the other things during the relationship that a guy will pay attention to. And it will be one of his red flags where I will either just be with this girl for however long we're living together, blah, 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 nothing's happening, versus, okay, I believe I could take you to the altar or to the courthouse or whatever.
Absolutely. It's a big factor. And I think another huge misconception, oh, come on. I'm about to stuff like it. Another huge misconception that women have, right? We believe we're so much more. Oh yeah, women are so emotionally. We're more emotionally intelligent. We're more emotionally mature or whatever because we express our emotions. But how many women? Emotional intelligence and emotional control speaks to your ability to express your emotions in a healthy way. And a lot of y'all don't know how to do that. No. You've never learned. And quite frankly, you've never had to learn. Right. Because the men that you deal with, they rather let you be. Yeah. They rather shut up and just sit in a corner and let you nag on or whatever instead of telling you what's what. Because they don't want to risk losing you. Because what comes with all that emotional spiraling? Drama. Drama. A lot of men, they don't want to have to deal with that. So it's just like, I ain't even going to say, okay, you're right. You're right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Whatever. Some of y'all are so emotionally unhinged. And I think it's so funny. You're just like, oh, at the end of the day, he knows who he's going to come home to. He's not going nowhere. Girl, what's the point of coming home if you got to spend an extra 25 minutes in the driveway?
It's nice to finally hear a female say this, because I've been saying this for the longest when it comes to this emotional intelligence, emotional maturity argument that women like to make so damn much, because it's a crock of shit. I'm telling you guys. Finally hearing a woman saying the exact same thing I've been saying. The reason why they say it is because they express themselves more than we do. You see how they acting when we over here expressing our frustrations. They call us sassy, zesty, all the other homonyms you could think of, which I find a bit hypocritical, because wasn't it just a few years back men were getting shamed for using the word gay as slang? But here y'all are over here using it against men that express themselves or speak up for themselves. Funny how that works, right? But anyway, I digress. Back to what I was saying. These women express themselves more. As expected, they're women. That's what they really mean when they're talking about emotional intelligence. This is why I always argue that men actually have more emotional intelligence than women do, because part of being emotionally intelligent is being able to express your feelings in a healthy manner, without yelling, without over talking, productive conversation, back and forth. That's what emotional intelligence is, at least in my opinion. Some of y'all might think different. But there are ways to discuss issues and problems that you have with your partner in a way that doesn't involve it being toxic, or involve y'all talking over each other or yelling at each other to the point where you got neighbors calling like, hey, what the hell is going on over there? And next thing you know, you got the cops at your door and you looking at a DV charge. Who the hell wants to deal with that? And that's why I say men value peace so much. That's why men will just, like she said, let you be, and we'll go ahead and let you get that dub so you can feel better. Because I just said this the other day. Women will literally talk a man into submission so that way she can get what she wants. Because reality is that she knows what she says isn't really making any sense. But she's always going to validate her feelings over reality. Let's keep it moving.
Those conversations that women aren't ready to have. Anything involving the truth. That's just where they fold up at when you tell them the truth. They're going to say you're being rude. Those conversations that women aren't ready to have.
I'm not about to cuff you if you can't show me that you can only talk to me during the talking phase, bro. If me and you talk or we thinking about being together, if you not only talking to me, I'm not finna cuff you, because I'm gonna feel like when we do get together, you gonna be on that same
Those conversations that women aren't ready to have.
Women, they always say men, they're just men. It's in reference to they always say that men don't see it as a bond. Dudes, think about the last time disrupt you. That was it. Huh? It's because dudes be putting in work. So of course we don't look at it like some connection. I be cramping up and it's like a job.
Those conversations that women aren't ready to have. Just because you get your feelings hurt or cheated on does not mean you can kick or blow somebody's car up. Your feelings are not an excuse. Conversations that women aren't ready to have.
that everything's handed to them.
Those conversations that women aren't ready to have.
Women cheat way more, if just not like the same as.
They also not ready to have that 50-50 conversation.
What you bringing to the table besides your cat? You feel me?
Facts, like.
Yeah, that last one is a conversation they really don't want to have. But sticking to the topic, I want to chime in on what the brother said about their emotions. That's not an excuse for your actions. That applies all the way around, both genders. It does, period. But women are the more emotional gender between the two. So when you see irrational decisions being made, it's typically coming from women. And women don't get tore down for making these irrational decisions off of emotions like men do. So once again, proving my emotional intelligence argument to be correct. Let's keep it moving.
Hi, I want to address something to the men. This is only for the men. I know your secret. I know your guys' secret. I know that you guys want someone to come home to and spend quality time and get hugs and cuddles and smooches, and you want someone to make you a sandwich and support you in your dreams and your careers. I know you guys all want that, And I see that. And you guys haven't had that for a very long time. And that breaks my heart because as an empath, there is an intuitive person. And when I see those comments, I know that some of you guys haven't had that in a very long time. So I know you guys are softies. You guys are. And you guys are very upset and angry right now. And I get it. I do. So I just wanted to say that I do see that. I recognize that some of you guys just want love. You just want someone to come home to and just be with somebody. It's so unfortunate that the world is so divided right now. Masculine and feminine is just very divided right now. And I really hope that someday we come together again and love each other again, because that's what we need in this world right now. So, and I'm going to send all my love. And that's all I got to say about that.
Like, women really took that personally. They started dating whoever would date them. They started lowering their standards. They were like, well, maybe I'm being too picky. Maybe I need to stop asking for so much. Men still couldn't reach that level. So then they started saying, well, what's wrong? What's going on with me? I don't know what's wrong. And then you know what they did? They started going to therapy. And decades later, that's why we see where the shift is taking place. Women are now at a point of contentment that men cannot reach because women have done the work. Women have invested in themselves. Women go to support groups. They find hobbies and interests outside of romantic love, things that make them feel good and give them happiness and the sense of peace without the need of another person. Men haven't done that. Y'all are still stuck in a time warp where you think you can leverage romance and marriage.
I am so sick of y'all lying to each other. I am so sick of y'all creating this thing where you guys are the greatest people in the world. Men ain't shit. We've gone to therapy. We've done all this work, and we're just as happy as can be. And men die alone, and we have happy hobbies, and we do things outside of men, and all of this. And men want a legacy. Let's break this down, shall we? So you going to therapy? No, you're not. You're going to other lonely women who have certificates and that agree with you. That's not therapy. Therapy is when they tell you what you got going on, what you need to change, where you need to go, how you need to improve yourself. That's what therapy does. And if you're smart, instead of going to get your teeth done and BBLs, you take your ass to Columbia and get you some Zoloft. I'm just putting that out there because it's cheap as hell. Now, we have hobbies, we have interests outside of. No, you don't, because I made a video. My first viral video was about women need to get hobbies, and brunch and girls trips are not hobbies. And do you know them women were arguing me down that I'm a hater and brunch can be a hobby and all this bullshit? No, that's not a hobby. But then also in that comment section, women were loving the fact that they almost did not realize that I'm a big girl. I can go buy puzzles. I can go take a sewing class. I'm allowed to do those things. I don't have to just go to brunch. So no, you're not as great as you think you are. You'll go to school and call that a hobby, saying you love learning, only to make that same 5 figures that you still make. But you all will claim you're making 6 figures and you're doing so much better. And then that whole thing about men want a legacy. And if they can't get a legacy, then they are so sad. Y'all are creating these bullshit legacies. Y'all creating bastards on your own and expecting the man to fall in line. But see, y'all don't believe in trapping a man. You believe that, he knew what he was doing. Well, when you giving him head, taking off the condom and jump your ass on it right before he reached his completion, what do you want him to do? Bust you upside your head? And please don't act like you don't do it. Like, what was Drake supposed to do with the girl going in the bathroom and trying to dump his baby making juice in her? And then he put hot sauce in it to prevent all that. Hot sauce. So what was he supposed to do? Oh, he wasn't supposed to do nothing. What was he supposed to damn do? But you guys will claim you were all innocent, and then you listen to your grandma, and grandma's saying, she was abused, and she, all these grandmas were abused. But guess what? A lot of these grandmas ain't never had to work. But they telling you to go get a degree, go get student loan debt, go get all this shit that they ain't never had to deal with. They living on daddy pension. They ain't never had to do that shit. But girl, you need to go do this and go do that. Meanwhile, she's sleeping with Mr. Charlie up the street, who she was fucking before your granddaddy even died. But see, y'all believe grandma was innocent. Y'all believe grandma was holding a penny between her knees to stop from getting pregnant. She wasn't. Y'all don't want to listen to me because when I talk, I tell what you need to do for you. You want to blame men. You want to say, why do you surround yourself with wanting a man? Why do y'all keep getting pregnant? If you have all this freedom and all these things, all access to all this knowledge, why do y'all still keep getting pregnant and making bastards? And then you want to talk about, oh, they want a legacy? No, you want a man, and you'll do it by any means necessary, even if it means by getting pregnant, hoping he will marry you. That shit ain't worked since the Bible days. Y'all need to be real with yourselves and realize it can't be all men. It can't be. Maybe you need to talk to somebody who is in a successful marriage or who is happy, who will tell you the truth. Because any successful marriage is not all happy. It ain't all sunshine and rainbows. You still have to go through life. But you don't want to hear that. You just want to hear that you are perfect. You don't have to do anything. And it's all the men's fault. It ain't. There's just so many of you that believe that it's all the men's fault that you believe you're in a perfect world being by yourself with your bastards. And it's all the men against all the women. So when you get enough of y'all, you believe anything.
Yo, shout out to her mentioning the grandmas, because when I was doing the math on on my mom's side of the family, as far as like all the women that have had kids, I'm like, yeah, y'all, even back in the day, y'all was a little fast. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was not that innocent. So I don't understand why women seem to have this narrative in their head that the women of the past were just like so good and just put up with so much, and the men were just so bad and got away with everything. I don't know where y'all got this narrative from, but it's far from the truth. It really is. It really is. The part about the therapy situation, she's 100% about that as well. Because what I've noticed is that, let's see, I've probably reacted to about 3 or 4 psychiatrists, all women. The one that got the OnlyFans now, like, you see how that goes. So that right there lets you know what kind of client she was dealing with. The other one, and then there was a third one. The third one is the one that really interests me most, and I reacted to recently because she said she would deal with couples, and whenever when it came to holding the woman accountable for anything, the woman always quit, but the men kept coming to the sessions. Hold the men accountable, they keep coming back to therapy. Hold the women accountable, they don't want to come back to therapy anymore. Yeah, emotional intelligence, my ass. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification, that way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.